Jaya Gora Bhaktanda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, we are reading from chapter number 12. No, not 12. Chapter number 20. Chapter number 20, I'll continue to read from the same paragraph. When one takes to this process of transcendental devotional service, leading to love of Godhead, he relishes his relationship with Krishna directly. And from this reciprocation of relishing transcendental dealings with Krishna, Krishna gradually becomes a personal associate of the devotee. Usually we say the opposite, that the devotees are personal associates of Krishna. But Mahaprabhu is saying that when the devotee engages in loving devotional service, transcendental devotional service of Krishna, and that leads to love of Godhead, that leads to Krishna Prem, love for Krishna. What happens? The devotee starts relishing his relationship with Krishna directly. And in that reciprocation of relishing the transcendental dealings with Krishna, what happens is Krishna becomes a personal associate of the devotee, the opposite of what we have been knowing or we have heard so far. Then the devotee eternally enjoys not opposite, but something, the seeing it from a different perspective. It's not opposite, but it's, of course, the devotees are personal associates of Krishna also means that Krishna is a personal associate of the devotees. But this is knowing it, to understand it, and to be able to absorb this fact is very, very nectarian. Then the devotee eternally enjoys blissful life. Therefore, the purpose of the Vedanta Sutra is to re-establish the living entity's lost relationship with the Supreme Lord Krishna, to describe the execution of devotional service, and to enable one to ultimately achieve the highest goal of life, that is, love of Godhead, Krishna Prem. The Vedanta Sutra describes these three principles of transcendental life and nothing more. This point that the devotee enjoys blissful life thereafter is reminding me of a very a devotee by the name Raghu. In Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath has a friend named Raghu, and Raghu is very dear to Lord Jagannath because he is constantly, Raghu understands nothing. He doesn't bother about anything else in the entire universe and all the universes except for constantly remembering Lord Jagannath and completely being absorbed in Lord Jagannath. And Lord Jagannath is also completely absorbed in Raghu all the time. So this devotee, now Jagannath, whenever he feels like eating nice ripe jackfruit, Jagannath comes to Raghu and says, "Hey Raghu, get up! I want to go and there's a nice jackfruit, ripe jackfruit hanging in that tree. Come, we'll take that jackfruit. Both of us together will eat after that." Raghu is like, no, I don't have an interest in jackfruit. You want to eat? You want me to come with you? Okay, come. I will come with you. So Jagannath, just like, friends will say, "Arey, let's go together." So Jagannath will give prep talk to Raghu that come, we'll have together, we'll enjoy together. Raghu said, "Okay, fine." In the middle of the night, then Jagannath takes him, and as they are walking, Raghu realizes that Jagannath is taking him to the palace of the king. So Raghu says, "Arey, this is the king's palace. Why will I go and jump and do that over there?" Jagannath says, "Don't worry, I am with you. You don't trust your friend? Come, we'll go together." So Raghu says, "Okay, fine, come, we'll go together." So then they both go, and now Jagannath is giving idea to Raghu. "See, you climb on the tree, okay? and from there you will throw the jackfruit. In Bengali, it's called kathal. You throw the jackfruit, and I'm standing right beneath. Don't worry, I will catch it. You don't worry at all. Come. Okay, as you say, Jagannath. So Raghu climbs in the middle of the night. Raghu climbs the tree, goes up, and usually these jackfruit trees, if you see, they are not like some trees are huge, of course, and some trees are like very thin, but huge jackfruits will be hanging. So Raghu climbs this huge tree. He goes, and then he cuts the jackfruit, and then he throws it down. And when he throws it down, he was expecting, as Jagannath promised, no, that I will stand beneath and I will catch this jackfruit. Don't worry. When he throws the jackfruit, it falls directly on the floor, and thud, because it's a huge jackfruit. So that thud sound comes in the middle of the night. Everything is silent, and all the servants of the king, they are all awake and they run. Hey, who's there? Who's there? There's a thief! There's a thief! There's a thief in the garden! Come on, let's catch the thief! And then Raghu, he sees that, Arey, where is this Jagannath? Where is he? He said he's going to catch hold. So he jumps from the tree and then he starts running. And Jagannath is nowhere to be seen. So Raghu is running, and then all the king's servants, they come and they catch hold of Raghu. Now Raghu is a middle-aged devotee as at maybe at that time. And then they catch hold of Raghu and they take him to the king, that see, this person, he was stealing the jackfruit. Now the king also knows Raghu, that Raghu is a very, very pure person. He is never going to do something like this. In fact, he doesn't even bother if whether he has sufficient food stuff to eat for himself or not, because everybody knows that he's a very pure devotee of Lord Jagannath. So the king was also surprised that, Arey, Raghu, you really did this? So Raghu said, yes, actually, Jagannath told me. He asked me to come and get this jackfruit, and he said that we'll both eat together. I told him I am not interested. He said, no, no, don't worry, come, come. But he left, and now I am left here alone. So this king says, Raghu, I understand that you are a devotee of Lord Jagannath, and we trust you and all that, but that doesn't mean that you start lying in the middle of the night. Just because you want to eat a jackfruit, you are lying like this. This is not right. So therefore, we'll put you in the jail. now, now, this king, he's also a devotee of Lord Jagannath. He's also a very, very wonderful devotee of Lord Jagannath. And every day he goes for Lord Jagannath's darshan. Mangal Arati, Shayan Arati, he goes for darshan of Lord Jagannath. The next day, when he goes in the Mangal Arati darshan, he sees that, Arey, there is all over the place like some sticky, this jackfruit is very sticky. So sees that Jagannath's face is sticky, as if he has eaten something sticky. And then nobody is able to find the top cloth. It's called Uttariya. So no, the priest is not able to find the Uttari of Lord Jagannath that was put the previous night in during the Shayan Arti, during the Shayan. So they are all searching, where is Lord Jagannath's upper cloth? So they started searching, and where was it found? It was found in that garden of the king. How did it go there? Then the king understands that, Arey, what Raghu was saying is true. Because otherwise, how will this huge cloth that Lord Jagannath wears is present in the garden of this king? So that's when the king releases Raghu, understanding that Raghu actually was not lying. And he's such a pure devotee. The pure devotees can see the Lord. The pure devotees can speak to the Lord. What to speak of seeing and speaking to the Lord? The pure devotees and the Lord are always constantly in personal association of each other, reciprocating with each other. They are relishing transcendental dealings with each other, like this. so so this is how pure devotees and the Lord, they have transcendental dealings with each other. Therefore, Mahaprabhu says, what is the purpose of the Vedanta Sutra? To re-establish the living entity's lost relationship with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Second, to describe how to execute devotional service. And third, to enable one to ultimately achieve the highest goal of life. One may be doing devotional service, but what if they do not achieve the highest goal of life because they are not doing it properly? So therefore, three things. First is to establish the relationship. Second, execution of devotional service, how to do it. And third, ultimately by doing this, to come to that point where they achieve the highest goal of life, that is love of Godhead. And Vedanta Sutra is nothing more than these three principles of transcendental life. So we will pause here for today because I have another class soon after this. So we will pause here for today, and Krishna willing, we'll continue reading again tomorrow. Thank you very, very much for your kind association. वंशः कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय.
जय
पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय.
जय
जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. निताय
जय
गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि
हरे हरे
बोल.
हरि बोल श्री
बोल
श्याम करण माता जी की जय
जय
All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to the devotees of Gauranga Kuti. Hari Bol.